So by a special request for a few videos here, we're going to show you how to solve for x using both the graphing calculator as well as by hand. Now for this one you can do it by factoring. An x comes out of both, and actually a 6 can come out of both. There's a factor of 6 in both of these. So we bring out a 6x. First one loses, the 6 came out and x came out, so there's an x left. The 18, when 6 comes out, 6 times 3 is 18, so there's a 3 left behind, the x came out. So this is what we're left with, and so we say 6x equals 0, or x minus 3 equals 0. This one, divide both sides by 6, x equals 0, right? And this one you can see it's going to be 3, but you could get that by adding 3 to both sides. X equals 3. So those are our two answers. A lot of times Alex wants you to list it as a ordered, not an ordered pair, but just with a comma. Now we do the same thing with the graphing calculator. We're going to, with the Casio, go down to graph, execute. So what we put in as y1 is we're going to put in the left hand side, so 6x squared minus 18x. 6x, here is the x raised to the second power, arrow over, and then we've got minus 18x using the variable key. Okay, we're going to execute that, and then in y2 we put in 0. Now there's a way to do this without putting in the 0. You could just say look for the root, but if you do this, then what you're going to be able to use is the intersection tool. It works a little differently, but we'll show you both those tools. So we want to draw this graph, and we see the two intersections there at 0 and at 3, and that's what I've done it. So by graphing y equals 0, I get the x-axis to turn to red rather than just black. So now we can use our G solving tools, and we could use intersection. We could also use root. I'm going to show you the reason, the way I've got this set up. It'll always work just great. We'll go with number 5 for intersection, and it gives us the first intersection at x equals 0 and y equals 0, but notice that's this first solution. I think we just, all these things happen. I think we just hit it, execute, and it goes to the next one, maybe. Oh, arrow over, and then it goes to the next intersection, which is x equals 3. And notice y is equal to 0. That's because of this y. This is y is equal to 0. If we had a different number here, which we'll show you in 24, we'll do it that way, you'll see that your y will be something else. It won't be 0, it will be whatever is on this side. But the answer they're looking for is we're solving for x. Okay. Now let me just show you, if you didn't, what this would look like if you didn't put in the second x equals 0. And because it's equal to 0, you can always do the root. So it'll do it without the other thing there. So watch, if I do root, it does it a little differently. Finding the root, it looks, and I think it finds them both. Well, it's got to figure out which graph to use. We want the root of y equals 6x. So I'll hit enter. I get 1 there. I guess I end up doing the same thing. So, but the tools, both of those tools will work. All right. So we'll stop that right here.